I believe we all struggle with perfectionism at one point or another in our lives. If you're struggling currently with perfectionism, I want to share with you an alternative. And I think it's an alternative that will make your life so much easier and bring additional joy to your life. I'm outside today enjoying a beautiful Texas winter day. There's going to be birds chirping, I'm sure, or singing, so just ignore them or enjoy them, whichever way you feel. One of the things that we need to think about when it comes to perfection is that we believe when we're in that perfection mode that we can be flawless, that something can work flawlessly. Now, truth be told, there are moments in our performance when we will just perform flawlessly. We will execute primarily close to perfection. The truth is, that is not a normal state. And that's the reason why we keep practicing and trying to become better. In order for us to maintain the idea of perfection, we have to assume that there are not going to be any flaws. And every single one of us knows this one thing. It is so much work every single day trying to be perfect. Trying to be a perfect mom, trying to be a perfect dad, trying to be a perfect friend, a perfect neighbor, perfect community member. It is so tiring. I like the authenticity of mastery because mastery has nothing to do with being perfect. It has everything to do with doing something right, at least to the very best of your ability. That's what we should all be chasing towards. We should not be chasing perfection. The challenge with perfection is this idea that I just mentioned of flawlessness. The good thing with mastery is that we can master something and not be perfect at it. There are no perfect athletes. There are no perfect leaders. There are no perfect musicians. Van Gogh was an amazing artist, but he was not perfect. Vivaldi was great with the symphony and anything music related, and yet he wasn't perfect. It's absolutely okay for us to not be perfect. What we need to do is to focus instead on mastery. If we can focus on mastery, the opportunities that start to come for us start to increase. And when I talk about these opportunities, I mean we start to gain a different perspective. We start to gain a different way of looking at our skills, looking at our strengths, and looking at our abilities. We see them as tools that need to be used to help us reach very specific goals. I can tell you this, every time we focus on being perfect, we lose a sense of ourselves. Because humans were never meant to be perfect. They were meant to be learning and growing organisms, and that's what we are. If we look at it from the perspective of mastery, it means we're trying to increase our mastery from day to day and moment to moment. That's my challenge for you in 2021. Every time that you struggle with perfectionism, remember this one thing, that perfectionism will mean that I have arrived for me to be perfect. But mastery means that I keep trying to learn and trying to grow. And there's nothing better than a human being who recognizes and appreciates the humility of sitting down and learning more and more about himself or herself and their environment. And that's what mastery does. It pushes you to great heights and allows you to constantly be improving. I hope this message is helpful to you. If it is, please share it. I look forward to hearing from you. Take care.